Hello. Good evening, students. Good evening to everyone. So, finally today we have came to the end of the session. So, like our precious time flies like an arrow. So, like we are getting to the closing time of our internship training. So, at the end of this internship training, I would like to say many thanks for your all kindness and effort to participate in this internship training and getting along with the tough training with the tough schedule, okay, in this COVID-19 situation. And I would like to give the remarks on this closing ceremony. Like we would like to appreciate your engagement and the mutual learning. And we also from our end and our industry people, the business leaders, has delivered a immense experience. And we presented the entire industrial practical real-time experience to you. So now let us start our closing ceremony session. Let us start with one famous quote. Like as you know, Steve Jobs, founder of Apple company. So there is a famous quote from him. Like learn continually. There always one more thing to learn. So for the learning there is no end. So again and again, up to the end of the life, you have to learn so many things to explore your life. So basically, our second batch now I think we have successfully completed our second batch of oil and gas training. It got started in 10th of this September, and today is 30th of the September, and we had a good time with you. So we our major business leaders and the mentors had delivered the lectures on crude oil refining, storage, supply planning, trading, and reservoir simulation, drilling and core analysis, and structural engineering in oil and gas sector, and the mechanical design, CAD/CAM and CA. So let us start with our today's agenda. So we have five major topics we will covering in this session. So CV preparation, and how to prepare the CV which requires for the industry, and again the major job opportunities. So it will be addressed, and each mentor will be giving you the ideas and what are the sectors of jobs available in oil and gas. And again, we have students can give the feedbacks on this training program, and also we have a good entrepreneurship training program today, which will be delivered by Dr. Bhagwan Gawai sir, which is a need of the country and the youngsters. Okay, because the young people are the pillars of India now. Uh, yeah. So before going into our session, today we have a guest of honor, Dr. Satish Mapara. So he is very highly experienced personality, and he has worked in various countries. He is specialist in the domain of supply chain, procurement, and logistics in oil and gas and in various other sector also. So today we have invited Dr. Satish Mapara to deliver his speech and address the gathering. I request once again Dr. Satish Mapara to address the gathering. Thank you.
He will. You are there, Doctor? Dr. Satish? Hello? No, he will join afterwards, okay?
Sir, he has already joined.
Sir, he joined, sir. Sir, unmute, sir. Unmute,
sir. Your mic is mute.
Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, doctor. Welcome.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Good evening to all of you. And I'm really grateful to the Institute that I consider this to be a privilege that they have invited me. And I'm honored to be with you this evening. It is something very wonderful initiative, and I must congratulate the organizers, the board of directors, and all the people who are in the team of mentors and the teachers and the speakers who have made this entire program very
Doctor, your voice is breaking.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
सर अनम्यूट करा सर गवे सर अनम्यूट करा
Doctor, your voice is breaking.
Is it okay now? No, unmuted.
नहीं it's okay good carry on sir
Okay. I can come a little closer, but then my face will not be visible. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead. Please speak, doctor.
Okay.
Hello.
So, what institute has taken a wonderful initiative. I can see a large gathering of about 70-75 people who have participated, and I'm very much sure that whatever you have learned would go a long way in making your future. I must tell you before I talk something on the subject that please always stay blessed, be careful, whatever are the precautions requested by the government, please maintain all those disciplines so that all of us can remain very, very safe and secure, and family too can remain secure. It is our duty to see that all the families remain intact and always safe. Okay, coming back to the subject, oil and gas industry has been a very, very pioneering industry from the ages. But in last 7 months, what I have seen that, of course, there is a depression, there is a recession, whatever language you want to use, this is all on a downward side. But this particular session or this particular training which has started at this point of time, I'm sure if you prepare yourself, if you take a hand holding with the institute, then next 3 months, October, November and December, will go a long way to decide your future, whether you would like to be the entrepreneurs, you would like to start something new as a startup unit or a scale-up unit, whether you want to start on your own or you want to be a partner with someone, like-minded people in the like-minded industry. This is something you people have to decide and take hand-holding definitely with the institute, because they have really stalwarts in each of these sectors which are mentioned in the training. So having said that, I would like to say that you require any assistance, any support connected with the overall supply chain management of the oil and gas industry, because supply chain management is a huge global subject and each industry and each department has a supply chain management. First of all, you must understand that what is supply chain. Now, just a quick, small example, I think will open up your mind just to explain in a very simple, lucid language what is supply chain. You are having a cup of tea on your table. Now, that cup of tea, have you ever thought what is the supply chain for that cup of tea? You require water, you require hot water, you require tea leaves, you require sugar, you require cup and saucer, you require someone to serve you, you require a gas to make that tea. And from where do you bring tea? Where do you bring sugar? Where do you bring the cup and saucer? There are different sources from where all of them have come from the point of production to the point of consumption. Now, if any of these channels is broken, any chain is broken, if you don't have sugar, you don't like. If you don't have tea, you don't like. If you don't have cup and saucer, you have to find a substitute, but you don't enjoy. If you don't have hot water, you don't enjoy. What is the meaning? Every single chain in the supply chain has to be necessarily not to remain broken, but to remain uniform. And if that happens, then you will see, you will enjoy that cup of tea. And that is the simple meaning, that be careful. Now, apart from that, I have not told you, you require finance. How do you finance tea gardens? How do you finance the logistics, warehousing, transport, inventory? overall management. So you require finance, you require insurance for the cargo, because the cargo moves from the point of production to the point of consumption, to the point of factory. Then it goes to the warehousing. Everywhere the cargo has to be protected from different risks for which you require insurance. So you require finance, you require insurance, and you require shipping. It could be by land, by sea, by air, by rail, or by courier. These are the 5 modes of transportation. So whichever way you want to use, but to make that tea enjoyable, your supply chain has to be perfect. And that simple meaning of that teacup is good enough for you to understand what we talk about oil and gas. What Mr. Gawai and the whole team have explained to you, I have gone through that, and I feel that all these sectors which are explained to you step by step by step, I think this is marvelous, and you have to really go to the bottom of it. Any particular faculty you choose, but unless you know and grasp the entire industry segment, you will not enjoy your job. So my request to all of you, that please go through all the segments of what you learned and ask very many questions to all these mentors who are around you. Whichever difficulties you have, send them email, you will get the reply. Anything you don't understand, you can have my email, and I will be more than happy to respond to you on any of these subjects which are connected overall, which I have told you. So all the best, God bless you all, and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much.
Did you? I hope you people got it. Was I audible completely?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. It's Rameshwar here. Sorry I've been late, but I'd like to summarize the today's session. Thank you very much, Dr. for explaining the things and sharing your knowledge in the supply chain domain. I'd like to come back to the point where we can discuss about the CV preparation. Let me share a PPT. Can you guys see my slide?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So let me ask you guys, how much you understand when we ask for a CV, what is the requirement we expect as a company, expect from you guys? Can one or two tell me that what should be the CV, what should be your CV telling to an employer?
Reasons for which the employer can hire us, sir.
Right. So what should we put in the front? What should we put in the later stage of the CV? How should we structure so that it click or intrigue the employer?
Probably a
Sir,
biggest
when
of the
seeing the CV, hello?
Yes, tell me, guys.
So when
Yes.
a person first sees our CV, he should know what we are actually capable of.
Right.
So we have to put our best, what we are best at the front.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anybody else want to say something which they understand?
Yes, sir.
So, sir,
Hello.
hello.
Yes, please.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Yes.
Sir, a CV should contain the name of the candidate, his complete profile, like his educational background, his working experience if he has, and about his hobbies, interest, and what else is related to him in terms of works, in terms of experience, and in terms of any kind of interest.
Right. Just I'll ask Mr. Sanjay Rajesh Kumar. He has been extensively working in employer area, and he have strong knowledge in how to structure the CV. I just want to highlight, before he said, I'd like to highlight one thing. CV is the way to sell yourself. They don't want to know your hobbies. They don't want to know what you do after the work. They just want to know, can you bring value for their company? Can you help their company to grow? So that is the core motive for somebody to hire you. How best you fit with their requirement, that is what they're looking for. How best you can help them to grow their company, that is what they're looking for. But to go in detail and talk about how the CV should be structured, what is the format, what information you put in the front, what information in the last, I'll ask Mr. Rajesh Kumar to talk on that topic and explain you how your CV should look like. Mr. Rajesh, can you go ahead, please, and explain?
Yeah, thank you, Ramesh. Yeah. So is my PPT visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So as Mr. Rameshwar sir has said, like your CV should sell. So like if you have the qualification, you will be in a great demand for the job. But again, still, but you should need a great engineering CV, because engineering CV is, apart from other domain, engineering CV is entirely different. So the difficult part of writing an engineering CV is like to getting a right balance. Okay, like right balance of the technical knowledge, practical experience, and the personal skills which you have. Okay, so certainly you should have a diverse range of skills, okay, the experience, so that the employer has to realize what exactly you are. Okay, so it's like it is an entry to the company. So like now during this session we'll be guiding you how to calibrate your engineering CV. Okay, so that you can sell your CVs to the recruiter, so that recruiter will easily select you. So now, what is a CV? So a resume is marketing brochure about you. Okay, so it describes you skills, experience, and your education background. So the purpose of effective resume is to get you an interview. Okay, so that is a major purpose. So after graduation, whenever you switch from one job to another job, so only the CV is a passport for entering into any the companies. So like what type of CVs you should have and how you should frame it out. So like it should in a chronological order. Okay, so commonly this chronological resume is commonly used by the undergraduate students. Okay, so this format you have to follow. So like the experience section of the chronological resume includes your position. Okay, so which has to be listed in the reverse chronological order. So for example, you have to begin with your latest position, okay, the recent working. So maybe for the fresher also, you have attended the internship and all. So like the recent activity, the recent event, you have to mention first, and it should be in the reverse order. So like 2020 will be on the top, then the second option, the second will be like 2019, 2018. So like in this reverse chronological order, you have to put, okay, your experience part. Then the essential data like name of the organization, and in which venture you have done the trainings, and the internship, in-plant training, etc. Then the location, then the project titles and your title, and the date of the involvement or the employment. Okay, so this is applicable for the freshers as well as the experienced one. So this is followed by several bullet points describing your skills and the activities. So like how is an engineering resume different than a liberal arts resume? Okay, arts resumes are plenty in Google domain. Okay, but the engineering resumes are entirely different. So you should include some specialized section. Okay, so like the technical skills, lab experience, lab skills, relevant courses, engineering experience, and what are the academic experience you have, and any research if you have done, and the projects are the design projects which you have done. So this all these relevant details you have to mandatorily put, because there is one major thing is there. Like there are so many MNCs companies, they announce a recruitment and thousands and lakhs of applications come. So they don't have, to check each and every application. So that is why what they do, they have a integrated data system in online itself. They'll be putting some key points. So as per the key points, from 1 lakh, they will be shortlisting the 1,000 CVs. From 1,000 CVs, they will call 600 people for the interview. So this is how, the MNC interviews goes in the market. So like that is why, what else do you need to know about the resume? So like first thing is you have to survive the human scan. So what does it mean? Like the recruiter, he'll be having only 30 seconds, to check your resume. So like it should be more valuable and, more highlighting about yourself. So within a 30 seconds, he has to understand you. He'll be checking some highlighted points. That's it, the bullet points, etc. The second is, as I said, to survive the electronic scan. So make sure you have used appropriate jargon. So what does jargon? It is appropriate technical word. So instead of using, blah 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 sentence, you can shrink it out and, in 2 words or 3 words you can complete the sentence. So you should instead of long simple sentence, use jargons. Okay, in jargons you can find in online plenty of words you can find out. Okay, so these keywords are very very important, because in electronic they will be putting the keywords, and as per that they will be shortlisting. So these two things you have to survive when you go for the job. Okay, so like there are some checklist of, there are some mechanics and formatting your resume. Okay, so like the documents, it should be fit on one page. It should not overcrowd. That is very very important. And again, you can check with your advisors, or your with our intern expert team also. And font size should be always 10 to 12 size only. Okay, you can use a font style like Times New Roman, Calibri, or Arial. So these three fonts, they are the professional and standard one. So it should be uniform throughout the resume. Only one single format you have to use. And like the resume should be visually appealing. Okay, once they see, it should be, it should be visually appealing. They should get impressed easily. And dates are uniformly formatted, not placed in the left hand margin. So never put the dates or anything on the left hand side. You have to put on the right. Okay, so judicious use of the bold, italics, and the underlines enhance the appearance and the readability. So whenever any headings, subheadings, or any project titles come, the major things, languages known, so which recruiter needs to know. So that thing you have to highlight with the bold, italics, and underline, so that it will enhance your resume appearance. Okay, so that the people can read easily. So there should be, you have to check whether there should be no error in capitalization, spelling, the word usage, the grammar, the punctuation. These things you have to take a due care on that when drafting a CV. Then there's the margin are no smaller than 0.5 inches. Okay, so in the Word document you can see there is a ruler. So like you can set 0.5 inches as a default format. Okay, then all the entries listed in reverse chronological order, which I said, like current to oldest, not oldest to current. Okay, so current to oldest you have to put in each section. So this is very very important, because we think that people will not check, but nowadays it is a computer check. So you have to put in proper format. And also the contact information. Whenever you apply for any job, now you are professional, you are going to graduate. So like you have to include one address, one phone number, and one professional email address. Okay, so this should be maintained throughout the the professionalism in your journey. So like as I said, the experience and skills, it should be tailored properly. Okay, so like you should use like for example, the first point, include paid, volunteer, intern, and extracurricular activities. So in the experience as a fresher, you can put this thing. And also you can include in which place, whether in virtual or in offsite, onsite, where you did the courses and everything you can mention. And also always use a bullet design, either square or round. Okay, other than that, if you there are so many bullets, but don't use that, because it will lose the professionalism with the CV. This is very very important. Then again, the tense, always for the present work, on the ongoing work, use the present tense. If the past work, then use the past tense. Okay, so this tense you have to check always. And always provide proper information to convey maximum impact. Okay, so always ask, so what? Okay, so like this quantitative information, wherever you can apply, so that you apply, so that you can prove your result and effectiveness. And in the skill section, You can put the separate category, like you can define what type of skills you have, including the computer, language, technical, and the laboratory skills, and proficiency level. Okay, whether you are native, fluent, or proficient or conversant in the languages. Okay, like Hindi, English, Marathi, Hindi, Tamil. So this you can put. Okay, and also the major thing, do not include the personal attributes or the major soft skill, because nowadays it is very common whenever, because most of the resume get rejected in the engineering part, like listening music, running, jogging. So like this, unwanted personal attributes you should not put always. And major thing, you have to put a reference. People forget to put a reference when you are in graduate level or fresher the final year. Take a reference note from the from the HODs, from the department head and the principal or any known people. Okay, so that reference means they will be imparting, like this person is authenticated, he is referred by me, so it will add some value. So at the end of the part, of the end of the CV, you have to put always the reference list. So this is how the CV you have to prepare and you have to draft. And also we'll be sharing you a CV draft after the session. Like there is one simple format. So as much as you can keep the simple, you have to keep the interface very simple. Okay. So we'll be sending you the draft copy also, how to start and how to end within one page. Thank you, students, for giving me the opportunity to explain the how to prepare the CV.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rajesh.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. So as you guys understood, preparation of CV is quite crucial because that is our face in our interaction with our employer. So if you don't put your first impression better, you'll be probably in garbage. So it's very important, especially when you're fresher, when you don't have credibility, you don't have a track record in industry, is to make your CV look good. The way Mr. Rajesh explained, that's the way you have to prepare your CV. What information you need to put in the front, what later, and how chronological thing he asked, how he asked not to put, personal attribute like jogging, swimming. They don't care about jogging and swimming. They care about how you can bring value to them. So this is very important. Take care of that. Also, like we have said from the beginning of this session, if you have still finding problem with preparing your CV, then just send a message to us and we'll be happy to help you. Now let me share. Are you able to see my PPT now? Can you guys see my PPT?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what we want to next, we would like to discuss in our session today. We'd like to discuss and ask all the mentors to explain what sort of opportunity, job opportunity they see and how their student or you all need to approach those opportunity so that you can take over the challenges of job what we are facing now. So first of all, I'll ask Gawai sir that he will explain. There is some echo coming. I think somebody need to mute.
Yeah.
So I will ask Gawai sir to explain job opportunity in downstream area, oil refinery and trading area. So Gawai sir, please go ahead and explain the job opportunity in your domain, and then we will take it to.
Yes. Good evening, student, once again, and thank you, Dr. Satish Maparaji and Mr. Paswan and Rajesh. Now, I'll just explain what are the opportunities available as all the engineering as well as MBA students in downstream and trading area. See, downstream is mainly we talk about the refining, storage, logistics, supply chain management, then trading, operations, shipping, logistics. So there is a huge scope for all the engineering as well as MBA students to enter into this downstream area. I will start from refinery. In refinery, all the engineers like chemical engineers, instrumentation, mechanical, civil, IT, electronic, telecommunication, even fire and safety, like fire officers and all, then security. So you have each and every job, whatever you say, like an accountant, who's if he's a chartered accountant, or a company secretary, or a legal lawyer, then you have everything. All the domains are required in oil industry, particularly in downstream. Once you have the refinery, there is the organization. Okay, in organization you have entire organization chart, which is headed by the top CEO. Under him, chief operating officers are there. They are all qualified. How they went to those ladders from scratch. They started like you. You are fresh engineers. Once you start your career, you will be appointed as a management trainee in oil industry or anywhere you go. Once after management training, after 1 year, you will be absorbed as a regular employee. Okay, then within 2-3 years, you will start getting the promotions, and you will be placed in different departments. So you will get an all-round experience in refinery. Okay? They will be placed in, say, CDU or FCCU or video unit or platform unit, or there are various units in refinery. And all the engineers are required in that those units. Okay, as far as this thing is concerned, even laboratory, BSc, or even engineers, chemical engineers are required. Lab, so lab is like a technical services department. So under technical services, laboratory is coming, as well as quality management system. So there is a huge scope for chemical engineer, petroleum engineers, as well as all types of engineers. So there is a huge requirement in oil industry. As far as supply, distribution, planning, everything, again, you have in storage, oil storage. If you storage terminals, you require all engineers, like mechanical, chemical, or instrumentation, because you have to operate the terminal. Okay, it's not only just sit in the control room and watch. No, there are a lot of activities which I have explained to you. Okay, then if you come to supply, I have explained to you on supply side. Okay, from refinery storage, it goes to the storage area, all the petroleum products, and from there we have to sell to different markets. So supply department monitor the inventories and all. So inventory management is there. So this is the job of all the engineering as well as non-engineers also. Then you go to trading, oil trading. In trading also there is a huge scope. I have explained to you yesterday, there are different type of crude oil traders, Middle East trader, fuel oil trader, LPG trader. So you have good, excellent opportunity to enter into trading area, like including lubricant, bitumen, finished products, petrochemicals. There's a huge scope in the oil industry. So how it works, I'll tell you why companies hire, because every year there is always some people get retired. Okay, so old people. So always they have to replace with experienced or non-experienced people. So this is how the recruitment takes place. So 10 to 20%, 10 to 20% people get retired every year because of age factor or some accident, sickness. So there is always a gap. So this is how the recruitments are taken place. Okay. So I think I have explained to you downstream. So I will request next, I think Rameshwar to explain in his reservoir simulation what are the opportunities for the youngsters. Thank you, students.
Thank you very much. I hope the student understood. But again, if there is a more deeper question to understand how you can approach refinery domain, how you can apply, what should be right approach to apply for the job, where to look for the job. If you have specific question, you can always come back to us and we'll be happy to help. Now, I'd like to discuss about reservoir engineering domain. We had one session. What we talk about is that reservoir engineering. But if some of you are in petroleum, you'll probably know that digitalization of oil field is quite dynamic and quite so-called future area of upstream. We have many investment are going on by big players like Schlumberger, BP, Shell. All these top companies are investing quite a lot in digitalization. So that means that, and that's the area we work. Reservoir engineering, reservoir, or using any sort of software for simulating reservoir is the area. Now, as you know, there is a lot more investment going on. That means there is a lot more job opportunity. How do you approach that? So certainly, if you look for, there are several companies, the bigger companies, smaller company. You look for their pages. Look what sort of skills they are looking for. Prepare your CV, send it to them. But that is a kind of traditional approach. Often the traditional approach doesn't work. I'll come back to how reservoir simulation, how you can apply, but I'm talking about in general, try to look for a smaller company. When I started, when I started as a fresher, I learned that when we are relatively weaker, we have to strengthen with somebody weaker because a stronger one is not going to partner with you. So just look for a smaller company. Strengthen your knowledge by working with them for a year, 6 months. Build your skills, build your profile. And once you have a stronger profile, then you apply for the bigger company. Sometimes people get it a job directly in Shell, BP, bigger company. But on average, I will suggest look for a small company. Get them without thinking about money, without thinking about, several things. Look if the job is giving you opportunity to learn quite a lot of things. If you're coming in reservoir simulation domain, look if the company have their own software. Look if the company have any project where they can put you in the project. Can they have multiple software which you can learn, which you can build in your career? You can put that in a profile. So these are all aspects when you're looking for a reservoir engineering domain or digitalization field. If you're a programmer, then look for some smaller company who's working in upstream or downstream domain, who is doing developing software. There are a lot of companies. They're working in the digitalization domain, be it reservoir simulation, be it production engineering, be it a drilling engineer. There are a lot of software is built in this genre. So if you look for simulation area, if you look for reservoir engineering area, if you look for production engineering area, there are applications which require your software skills. But these are the opportunity you have to try. Another, I will suggest that, like first step you have already taken, to network with the people who are already in industry. We have been working in industry, we have extended network, and now you have got into our network. So that is also quite crucial, because what happened many times, it's a referral job placement happen. So I got one of my friend contacted me that do you have this type of candidate, and if I know a good candidate, I can pass it to him or her. So this networking is also very important. As I mentioned, look for a smaller company, networking. Also look for going to conferences, because conferences, you build your network, and network will give you opportunity for a job. Always the knowledge and everything. So that's the way you can approach the area of digitalization, reservoir engineering. Again, if you have more specific question in this area, I'll be happy to help after the meeting. Now let me go to the next mentor, Dr. Hingole. Dr. Hingole have been working extensively in mechanical domain. He has his own company. He will talk more on what sort of opportunity you have in the mechanical design or mechanical engineering area. Dr. Rahul Hingoleji, please go ahead and explain.
Yeah, good evening to all. Thank you, Rameshwarji. So today, Dr. Roy sir has given the very nice information, and guest from our Dubai also has given the very good, excellent information regarding the job opportunities. Now, I will give some ideas about what are the job opportunities are available in the mechanical design, CAD, CAM, and CAE area. So, although so many times you have maybe in the session you have learned, design is very important. Maybe the automotive sector is there, okay, manufacturing is there, casting is there. The design engineers are compulsory required. In the oil and gas sector also, the design engineers are required. Okay. R&D, research and development department, again in the government organizations, okay, so in the DRDOs, So R&D engineers and design engineers are very much needed. Second part is regarding the CAD/CAM CAE part. The CAD is the very important computer design. Okay, modeling part. The modeling is a very basic, essential for every component to be manufactured, every component to be made. Okay, so the design is extension is there in the CAD/CAM. Okay, so again there is a manufacturing will come in the manufacturing. Computer manufacturing is a very important part. Okay, so we are using the NC machines, CNC machines, where there is a need of the CAM engineers. Again, whatever you are learning the CAD and CAM, these are essential in all the sectors. In the aerospace industries also, these design engineers, CAD/CAM engineers are required. Again, CA is the most important area, computer engineering. Okay, so in this one, whatever the knowledge we got about the analysis software that is related to the ANSYS, SPAM. Okay, so these are the some basic software all the companies are using for the analysis purpose. The analysis engineers also equally important in all the sector. CFD is there also. Computational fluid dynamics, that part also is needed. So overall, if you are thinking the any manufacturing sector related to the agriculture, also related to the casting, welding, everywhere this design engineers are required and needed. Everyone is searching the jobs on the Naukri.com. So another jobdb.com, everywhere you are searching the jobs. So there is a huge requirement of our CAD/CAM and CA engineers. So whatever during the sessions, I given all the technical inputs regarding how the CAD works, CAM works, and CA works, and we also solved some simple projects regarding the design also. All these are the essential. That is the base is perfect for you all to work in the any type of company. Okay, maybe it is situated in the India, it is in the abroad also. So I have given all the international standards how exactly the company works. So I given the examples of the Mercedes-Benz Group, again the Tata Motors also, that is the manufacturing sector, oil refinery plants in the UAE also, UK and USA also. So chemical plants are there. Everywhere there is a need of this mechanical engineer as well as the design. You are from maybe the another branches. When you are developing the software also, so there is a logics are very important. That logic also get developed. Okay, so Tata Technologies are there where there is a need of our people. Again, in the Microsoft also, in that company also, we need the such type of design engineers. So everywhere there is a need of this CAD/CAM CAE. It is a very basic or fundamental things that is needed in each and every company. Okay, so like that, there is a wider scope for this work that you will learn during these 15 days. Again, all the experts are given all the inputs. Okay, that is also very essential. Again, I have given some 15 to 20 minutes information about the entrepreneurship in the CAD/CAM CAE. So how to set up the company, what are the things are happening, how to generate the bill, how to get the projects. Okay, that is the one part with you all. And again, our interns expert, one batch is going on regarding the entrepreneurship development. Again, those students who are interested to develop their own setups, one companies, then we are always welcome. We are always here. All the experts are here to help you all. Okay. So with this, I will conclude my year regarding the job opportunities in the CAD/CAM CAE. Thank you, sir. Over to the Rameshwar, sir. Please, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rahul.
Thank you, sir.
Important information. Anybody want to expand or go into the area of mechanical engineering? These are valuable information. And now I will ask Dr. Sudhir Patilji. He have his experience. Of course, he have taken the session. You guys know about him. His area include reservoir engineering and how upstream or downstream in the oil and gas industry civil engineering is utilized. What sort of opportunity are there in that area? He will explain. Dr. Sudhir, please go ahead and explain the job opportunity in civil engineering domain. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Rameshwarji. Hello. Thank you, Rameshwarji.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Thank you, Gavai sir, and thank you the mentors who are Dr. Hingoleji and Rajesh Kumarji. So first of all, before briefing about the job opportunities in this oil and gas sector as a civil engineers or as a group leader or a team leader, I want to tell you one thing that before entering in this field, you must have to prepare yourself where you want it to go. That means what? Build your mind where you want it to go in your life. Okay. Accordingly, you must have to explore yourself. Means you must have decide your path where you want it to go. You have to decide your goal, and accordingly you must have to move towards. Okay. So as I said, you must have to build your mind first, then explore the knowledge of the field where you wanted to go. Then you have to decide your goal, which is your last goal or final goal of your life, where you wanted to settle and where you wanted to uh, consume your precious time of your life. Accordingly, you must have to work for the goal. For that, you must have to work in a small industry and without expecting much more salary. You must have to work and gain the knowledge because that is your learning stage. So after working 3 to 5 years in the small industry or in the market, which market you wanted to capture or where you wanted to work, and then you have to focus on your final goal. Okay. So as per our civil engineering and group of engineers concerned, civil engineering is having various domains which are structural drawing and design, precast, pre-stress, metro, tunnel, roads, railways, formwork, pre-installations of elements and software design, software programming, construction management, geotechnical and soil investigation, surveying engineering, building planning, drawing, environment engineering, waste treatment plan, recycle plant, irrigation, water supply, dams, plumbing, firefighting, piping design, rate analysis, quantity surveying and calculations, and oil and gas, onshore and offshores. Those are the bifurcations of the civil engineering branch basically. So in each and every branch or each and every sector, you can consume your whole life. Okay. Now, as per as our modules are concerned in oil and gas sector, all the engineers are required for the same because it is a huge industry and it is a we can say that it is an effort put by all types of engineers, all streams of engineers. Okay, so there is no particular domination of a particular engineer. Okay, it is a collectively effort done by all engineers, right? So if the work of civil engineers, that work can be done by the mechanical also, that work can be done by the polymer, petroleum and computer engineer also. Okay, so there is no bifurcation here, but we must know that which are these streams where you can settle yourself, which you can work yourself. Okay, where you can fit yourself. Okay, so here as per a civil engineering point of view, whenever we are going for the finding the hydrocarbons in the oil and gas sector, oil investigation, geotechnical, soil and rock foundation, this is what the small part, but here you can consume your whole life in this point, in this part. Next one, we are going for the site investigations and investigations of the hydrocarbons. This is also another part, small domain where you can consume your whole life. Okay, then we are having the structural analysis and design of the industrial structure of oil and gases. It may be having RCC structure. So RCC structure design is having one domain where you can consume your whole life. Then we are coming for the structural engineering design. That is what industrial design. There is a steel structure where you can also consume your whole life. So those are the bifurcations where you can consume your complete life, and it is having so much and huge potential in this industry. Then we are going for the construction and maintenance of the infrastructure. Whenever we are going for the preparation of the site for the oil and gas sector, we are having initial preparation on the site. So where also we require the civil engineer for preparing the roads, railways. We can say that designing of the pipeline and laying of the pipeline, preparation of the storages for the waters, because we require very huge amount of water in this. So here we can explore ourselves. Then we are having the construction, execution, and maintenance of all structure in upstream, midstream, and downstream. You are knowing that there are various structures coming under the upstream side. There are various structures coming under the midstream side and downstream side as well. Okay, so those are the various streams where engineers, civil engineers require, not civil engineers, the work of civil engineers can done by all engineers. So they are having so much potential in it. Okay, now there are various another bifurcations which are of the oil and gas. We are having the we can say that oil and gas drilling operations. Okay, and whenever we are going for the drilling operations, after completion of the project, there are some risk in this we can say that drilling operation as well as dredging operations in the port areas. Okay, so there are also cylinder required for the extraction of the soil and investigate it in the laboratory and again go for the site for the maintenance. Okay, then we are having the post tendering contract and legalities. Here the civil engineers are playing important role because he is dealing with the quantities. Okay, how much quantity is required of the material on the site for the preparation as well as for the maintenance. That is also there. Then we are going for the retrofitting and maintenance. Whenever the structures are available on the site in upstream, midstream, and downstream, the retrofitting and maintenance are required up to the end of the life. Okay, of the structure, because the oil and gas industry is working up to the more than 40 years. We are extracting the hydrocarbons more than 40 years on one side. So our complete life, we can say that our complete important span we are spending on the projects. Okay, so those are the various domain where we can work with. So then we are having the offshore platforms where we are putting our various compartments like machines are there, then drilling rigs are there, then we are having some stay arrangement of the employee. Those are there are various bifurcations on the onshore areas or platforms of the onshore and offshore areas. So there are also we can work with. Then we are going for the installation of the we can say that platforms as well as machine operations. So on the in the offshore as well as onshore regions, those are the important part where the engineers can work. That means what? To install the setup, to install the various we can say that machines. So there are the civil engineers are required. Then whenever we are going for the operations, that means what? Drilling operation as well as extraction of the oil and gases, we require the pipelines in the midstream side. So in the midstream side, whenever we are going for the construction of the pipeline, we are required the engineers for designing of the pipeline. We are going for the construction of the pipeline system. So here we are dealing with the materials as well as the corrosion of the chemicals, because we are dealing with the chemicals, and those are the very hazardous chemical as well as very we can say explosives. Okay, so we are dealing with it. So whenever we are going for this operations in the upstream, midstream, and downstream side, we must have to take care of the safety factors. Okay, so safety measures is also playing important role. So where in the safety only we can utilize our whole life. There is a team of people. Okay, so those are the people who are dealing with the safety sides. Okay, then we are going for the control operations, system control. That means our machine control and we can say the extraction and drilling operations. So here control system is playing important role, because whenever we are extracting the hydrocarbons from the ground, that time we must maintain certain pressures. Okay, so here mechanical engineers are playing important role in the and the control systems, as well as electrical and electronics engineers are playing very important role here in this region. Then we are dealing with the structural analysis and design of the various structures. So as I said, we are having upstream, midstream, and downstream. So in upstream side, we are having various compartment like drilling rigs. Then we are having the casings. Then we are having the pipelines. Then we are having extraction. That means what? Evacuation or extraction of the hydrocarbons, where we have to analyze and design it various compartments. Okay, and also we have to analyze and design the pipelines. So here we are having various scopes in upstream, midstream, and downstream. So accordingly, you must have to prepare ourselves, prepare your mind, and then we have to move. Then we have to go ahead. Okay. After consuming some years, that is 4 to 5 years in this field, you must have decided that what you wanted to become. You wanted to become an entrepreneur, you wanted to become an owner of the industry, or you wanted to become an employee. That is very important or crucial part of your life, because whenever you will decide that I wanted to become an entrepreneur, that is what your choice, and you must have to work accordingly. Because here, whenever you are going for the entrepreneur, you are a boss of the company, you are the owner of the company, so that will have different feel. Like a Gavi sir is the owner of the industry, so he is knowing that how we have to deal with and how we must have to work with. Okay, then we must have to decide that you wanted to become a employee or the entrepreneur. So accordingly you must have to work, and then you must have to move ahead for this opportunity. Okay, we are there at the back end to support you by all means. So I think it is sufficient for you all. Thank you very much, sir. Over to Rameshwar sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sudhir. It's an excellent information about civil engineering domain. Again, students are asked or suggested to contact him or contact us for any sort of information in civil engineering domain. Now I will ask the opportunity in drilling engineering domain, again upstream area. I will ask Mr. Rajesh Kumar to talk about opportunity in drilling area and how you can apply to those opportunities. Mr. Rajesh, go ahead and please explain the job opportunity in drilling area.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Rameshwar sir. So today I'll explain what are the job opportunities and what is majorly a drilling engineer has to do. So the drilling engineer has to he is responsible to design, plan, and implement measures to drill the well safely, and also he has to take care on the cost effective basis he has to go for the drilling, and and also there are some major scope in addition, to do the initial well design, to testing the well, the completion of the well, and these are the areas where the drilling engineers play the vital role. And also drilling engineers not only play a role in oil and gas, but also in other sector also. Like drilling engineers extract minerals, okay, like copper, iron, gold, etc. Then metal ores and oil and gas. So across variety of land terrains and underwater also. So majorly drilling engineers play they are employed either on land or offshore platforms. So these are the areas the people has to. So before entering into applying for any job, you have to first identify whether you are capable to work in offshore or onshore, and what are the list of course additional courses are required. So because these are drilling engineer task is very this is a calculative works. Okay, there is a risk park is there, and into 24/7 you have to stand by on the rig side, and if any failures goes on, until the failure rectify, you have to be in a position, you have to working for the long shifts. Okay, so this is generally done in the drilling sites and all. And also you should be flexible to travel and relocate wherever the company is around the world. They used to send as per their project. So you should be yeah, you should be have the mind like you have to work on an isolation basis. Okay, so these are the things, the mentally and physically you have to take care, and before entering into drilling, you have to be prepared. Okay, so some major skills you require on the drill site, always you should be have a mentality of problem solving, because the entire drilling operation is like a more complex problems. So you should have the entire personal skills and the technical skills, and also you should have a ability to reconstruction and develop a immediate solution. If anything goes wrong or any pressure hits the drill site, then you should be like army. You have to work there, you have to close the ball on the immediate basis, you have to get a prior approval from the head office. So these are the things are there, you have to follow crucially on the oil and gas. So basically the drilling engineers and other part of the mud engineers and the subsea engineers, all these type of engineers, they come under the roof of under the umbrella of petroleum engineer category. Okay, so you will be having the entire thing to coordinate with the geologists, petrophysicists on the site, and you have to complete the entire drilling operation, which the session we were discussing how the drilling operation etc. it goes on. And the second thing, as a fresher, if you are a fresher, then if you are on a final year, then you have to more focus to crack the gate exam. That is the the more suggestive and recommendable advice from the industry, because in India we have to see the scenario. The private players are there and the public sector players are there. So if you crack the gate exam, you will have a direct entry to enter into the public sector companies like ONGC, IOCL, BPCL, and there are some MNCs are there in private, like for example like Reliance, Kane India, ExxonMobil, Shell. So they have a basis across the Bangalore and that side and all. So you can enter there either PSUs or the topmost tier one private sector companies. Then your the entry will be swift, and you will be targeting more on your the growth of your career. But whereas nowadays the drilling engineers, most of the petroleum engineers are facing challenge. Okay, because they search they don't have the gate qualification, then they apply for these private companies. Again, they get denied. Then there are other scopes are there, like in the drilling engineering, like you can focus companies like the Focus Energy, Jindal, GTC Oilfield, Vishal Engineering, L&T. So all these companies, they have a huge scope and part which works on a EPC basis and turnkey basis on the drill side. So they provide n number of services. As we seen in the session, like one drilling project requires at least 35 sub-related categories of companies, okay, to perform the drilling activity. So you can get placed in anything like procurement, the engineering part, the construction, supply chain, etc., etc. So like you have to now itself you have to start preparing. So like the first option, as I said, the gate, and second is like you can go for the tier one companies now itself. They'll already the applications are releasing in the market. And second is like even though some service related companies are there, don't think that you will get a low salary and everything. As a fresher you should gain for the experience. Okay, for the drilling it is very very important, because each and every year is countable. Okay, so like then most of the students, you might be having some common question before going into drilling. Do we need to do additional courses like for the offshore and onshore? For offshore, definitely you have to go for the STCW courses, because that is a license that you can handle offshore part. For that you have to do that course. But for the onshore and everything, it is up to the employer. Okay, up to the company. They'll advise you whether you can go for this course, and they'll also give your time, like 2 months, 3 months time they will be giving. Okay, so there are n number of roles in the drilling part and everything, where you can directly get into the race. And so these are the key areas where you can get a job. Okay, so initially don't majorly misguided for onshore onshore drilling job. Like most of the people, they spend after the graduation of the lakhs of rupees on the additional courses, 75,000, 1 lakh, 2 lakh. So as a fresher it is not required. So probably focus on these key parts which I said, and definitely you can. I hope you'll get the the entire solution to get a job. And so these are the key areas. And third, I request everyone to subscribe and follow our social media platforms in Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So like we'll be posting regular job, what are the job opportunities are available, we'll be posting in our pages. And again also upcoming courses, any certified courses. And next week we are launching so many additional courses on oil and gas, on the software part and all. So like you'll be getting a huge knowledge. So stay connected with us. Thank you, students. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rajesh. It's again very important information. In nutshell, or in I'd like to tell that the students, whoever is applying in whichever domain, be it downstream, be it drilling, mechanicals, reservoir simulation. The important part is that first you decide based on your background of your knowledge, skills, degree, and where you want to go. So let's say you choose drilling, then you look for the job opportunity in drilling. It's easy to Google it, it's easy to go to the company's website, look for the job opportunity in downstream, whichever area you decide. So look for the opportunity in that area. Whatever knowledge you got through this extensive program, when you get an opportunity to interact with the employer, demonstrate that knowledge. because they want to know how much you know. And once you demonstrate, be it in one-to-one interaction or be in an interview with a panel, demonstrate that is skills, that knowledge. And once you demonstrate effectively, you'll crack and get into the industry. And that is the goal, whole goal here, to help you to get into the industry. Now, I'd like to go ahead and get to listen to you guys because it's very important. We have talked for several days. I would like to hear student feedback. So I'd like to, of course, we'd have approached several from the group, but our team talked to these key five people from the group and asked that if they can give some feedback on what they feel. In addition to that, anybody else who feel that they want to give some feedback, positive or negative, whatever you feel, because ultimately it's the value what we're going to bring to you that is going to reflect in your career, and that is our satisfaction. So feedback is very important for us to improve, for us to make Intern Expert a better platform to help maximum number of students within and outside India. So going ahead, I'll ask T. Surya from Chemical Engineering Department to talk his experience about what he learned, how he have able to groom his knowledge and his skills, and what is his plan to utilize these skills to make his career better. So Surya, please go ahead and explain about your learning and knowledge, what you gain in this course.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Good evening to all. Myself, Steve Surya. It's thanks to all mentors to the session, the internship program. And day first to day 3, Bhavan sir to conduct the session to teach overall oil and gas industries like upstream, midstream, downstream, and exploration and drilling, production, and characteristics of midstream like storage, transportation of crude oil, and some basic things of oil refinery and trading crude oil process. And next day to explain the crude oil types and light crude oil, mid crude oil, heavy crude oil, and storage refinery and units of refinery industries and the distillation process. And block diagrams give you a good experience to easily gather that and some important points to refinery construction points, and they explain the simple refinery and complex refinery. Thanks to one sir. And next day to conduct how to construct a refinery crude oil. Major 5 things in the process: pre-design, design, construction, startup, and operation and maintenance process. And the other 3 days handled by the past one, sir. And there is no idea about resonance simulation. After this session, it's clear and gives some ideas to those. Thanks to Pawan, sir. There's important properties like a seismic profile and geological model identified the properties to build a model. And there are 3 main ways: primary and secondary, tertiary, to get the oil. And next day the Amirs are taken. Next 2 days the Amirs are taking and explains about permeability, porosity, wormholes, and how to create and how to clear it with the help of chemicals and wells. There explains the types of flows: pseudo, steady state flow, and steady state flow, open, closed holes, and the formation of skins. And some equations explain Joe's equation, Descartes models. And next day so run the simulation software, how to enter the data and check the data with the help of graphs and explanations of graph, and to re-enter the data and data simulation software. Seeing gives us some videos to create wormholes and create flow path in the inside the well. So thank you, Joe Amir sir. And the next 3 days to taken by the Mr. Rajesh Kumar sir. It explains the history of oils and gas and formation of fossil fuels and type, crude oil, gas, coal, and the drilling process of types of rigs in both onshore and offshore, like a jack-up rig, semi-submersibles, and 52 drilling procedures. It clear explains. Thanks to once again, thanks to Rajesh Kumar sir. And next day to steps the projects management, like Kazakhstan project, and explains about CPEX, OPEX, project shares, explain Synex, pitch of oil extraction process, and pay of tax to the government of one rig. And the next day to explain the different types of rocks and its types, and petrophile, sedimentary, and basics, and the types of environment, how to core analysis, and explain to core analysis the project helps. Thanks once again, thanks to Rajesh Kumar sir to explain to briefly, and next 3 days explained by Sudhir Patel sir. Is once again thank you, Sudhir Patel sir, to overview the oil and gas industries and the role of civil engineers, process of upstream methods of finding oils with the help of geophones, hydrophones. That is clear to explain that, and a construction of process in three streams, and explanation of midstream, downstream of the types of pumps are used, and the process of Christmas tree. And the next day to explain that offshore platforms like fixed and float platforms, and the four types of fixed platforms, and then explains the installation videos to give good ideas to learn, easy to learn. And last day to give a drilling rig components used in drilling process, the process of area of drilling like mapping, license permitting, explaining rig mobilization, moving to rig, how to process of prosthetics and techniques, material used in subsea operations, subsea production systems. It gives a good idea, sir. Thanks to Sudhir Patel, sir. And other details are taken by the Rahul, sir. Rahul, sir, is a mechanical design CAD. There is no idea about because of I'm chemical engineering. It gives some ideas about CAD. Thank you, sir. Explanation of design and the types of process, shafts, and how to create design the keys to the machine, design of machine element procedures, and some problems is not to give to me is to project of CAM process. And the last day of as Rahul sir to explain the process of CAD and the product cycle of CAD CAM and applications of CAD CAM, consumer requirements to give to our company consumer requirements to give to see this, and the last day to proceed the video design the structure of oil industries. The video section is give to a good explanation. Thank you, Rahul sir. And the next day to conduct by Mr. Rajesh Kumar sir, how to procedures of testing and the process of the core sample, core analysis and excite recovery methods, explanation of rocks, shale rocks, sandstone rocks. Is thank you, Rajesh Kumar sir. Once again, core observation is report. That report is due to us very experience, very good experience. Thank you so once again, sir, Rajesh Kumar sir. And last day yesterday, Bhavan sir conduct the how to supply and operations are in the crude oil industries and planning and distributions of crude oils and traders, trading operations, banking and finance, business process explains to how to process the crude oil, and finally price mechanism. And that final day, all the mentors are to give the job opportunities of all the field. Thank you once again to all. Thank you, sir, and thank you all the mentors and all the students. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We appreciate the feedback because these are the key reasons for us to conduct these type of sessions, to convey what we learn to you guys. And it's always good to hear what you learn. And I feel always very happy that you guys are so detailed. You're talking so detailed in what you learn in different sessions. It's very impressive and very good. Now I'll ask Pallavi. She has been a very excellent student and participant in the course. I've seen she has been participating quite a lot. So I'll ask her to tell what is her experience and what she got and what she wants us to improve so that we can even make the better intern expert for the coming batches and coming students. Pallavi, go ahead and explain your feedback about the courses, what you learned from here.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Good evening, one and all. Myself, Pallavi. Thank you, intern expert team, for giving me the opportunity to express my views. We all are here together from 10th of September, and today it's 30th September, almost 20 days. And all the session, very insightful and very interactive sessions where we had in these 20 days. At the very beginning, we met Dr. Bhagwan Gavai sir, and he introduced us with the oil and gas sector, how the refinery, what is the crude oil, what is the process of refinery, how configurations of refinery, how all the things work there, block flow diagrams, and he, along with all the terms he introduced, which has been used in oil and gas industry, he also told us what steps are to be followed in the construction of refinery, how they are mandatory to follow when or if you are thinking to build up a refinery. So this all terms in, I'm telling in a very short, all this has given new insight to us, how they play a very important to understand oil and refinery. Besides this, how they have also told us, these are the technical terms. As an engineer, we understood very soon, okay, this has to be followed. But what are the terms has to be done earlier? Commercial terms like supply, planning, operation, which are the very most important thing before planning any refinery, I think so. So we have to understand what is the supply, operation, how inventory management, planning has to be done. Trading is important to understand. What are the project, trade finance, pricing, overview of oil and gas chain. How all this term contribute to make something very much good happening. Business process, price mechanism, vendor registration, all these are totally new terms, and we very good, we have got understanding about this, how they play a very vital role if we have to construct or get into this world of oil and gas. Next, we have also the session was taken by Dr. Rameshwan Paswan sir and Adip sir, both combinedly. Here we have run reservoir simulation. Yes, this term was also new. As a mechanical engineer, so deep we never went. So reservoir simulation, we understood that it is a tool developed by computer programming to predict the hydrocarbon reservoir performance. Very initial and important step before doing all the other operations. How seismic survey has been done and how it is primarily important step to help the software to get the information to work out of the software through simulation design analysis of the software STEAM-OPTI. How we can do the analysis by giving certain inputs like fluid properties, acid properties, we can obtain the pre-post production analysis. We also got introduced to the term of wormhole, various type of acidizing diverters here, how they are used in this oil and gas industry. We also had a practical session of the software where sir has asked us to put the values, and we have seen how the software runs and we get the output. Really, this help us a lot to understand the software very well. Though it is an online session, we are not practically alone there, but this all helped us to understand and absorb the things. Next session was taken by Rajesh Kumar sir. So in this session we came about the history of the oil, drilling basics, drilling steps, and what are the action plan of rig acquisition. And the most important is a drilling contract. I don't think so I have ever heard of this drilling contract or seen so detail of a drilling contract, because altogether I'm not it is a new concept. I'm not an entrepreneur, but he told us what is the drilling contract and how you have to look for the drilling contract and what are the terms are important if you ever go in this field and you will face this things about this. And the more important he told is about the lithological knowledge, lithological of the rocks. We had also had a practical session. We have seen the rocks. We know from the childhood we have seen all basic sedimentary, metamorphic, and all the rocks. But what detail we have seen, what Rajesh sir has explained, I think so we have never seen by that point of view. So now whenever we will see a rock, our lithological knowledge, we will identify the feasible structure, lamination, porosity, and all that term we will see. By that, by that specs, we will see the rock. Earlier, we never we never go in a deep to see the rock. So all this thing, Rajesh sir's session, we came to know. And next, it was followed by Dr. Sudhir Patel sir, who explained us the role of civil engineers in the oil and gas industry. Here, sir told us about the methods, how to locate a new source, how upstream construction is done. Yeah, really, we have heard the upstream, downstream, mainstream in the Dr. Bhagwan Gavai sir's session. We understood. But in this session, sir has given a very elaborative, very practical, videos he showed, and our ideas were very much clear. Exactly this kind of the construction is been done there. Drilling is done there. How they are doing the setup. The videos were so excellent that it makes us, it gives us a very clear cut idea. Besides that, the sir told about how the materials are used in subsea operations, and how safety consideration, material overview has to be taken into consideration when we do any subsea operations. How system control plays an important role, and how riser, laboratory tests are helpful in the subsea production system. So all this and other various points are there, which was cleared in the Dr. Sudhir Patil sir's session. Later on, design part was handled by Dr. Rahul Hingole sir. Yeah, he told us how design plays a very important role and very initial step before we are going to enter in the world of oil and gas. How it works, how design has to be done, how parameters, how all design parameters play a vital role here whenever you have to go for this. And so as it is a very important aspect. And modeling, after designing, we have to go for modeling. And modeling, he introduced us with a CAD, CAM, CAE, how drafting is done, how with the use of a CAM manufacturing can be regulated. And now CAE, obviously CAE has a boom. Analysis part is very much important. In a steam opti software, we did the same analysis for hydrocarbon, but here in engineering, we are doing analysis on the solid parts, and how we can identify the stress, how we can optimize the things, so that we can have a good failure free of any setup. We can say in any other field, we can say how this analysis play a vital role, and how basically design is the very primary concept. So this was all about the mentors, what I have learned. So in above all the sessions, the presentation were very knowledgeful, interesting, and good slides and videos has kept us all engaged. And the basic I want to tell us, I have never gone to such a detailed term of oil and gas industry, because initially Bhagwan Gavai sir told that we are giving something different, like, not theoretical, some practical. Of course, I got some very much practical knowledge, very much new terms, very much a new idea to look for the things now, because I never gone through such a detail in oil and gas industry. And I want to say the syllabus is such a good, engaged with each other. It gives us a very good idea how each segment is connected, and how each segment plays a role, and how they are important equally too. So I want to thank all the mentors for giving us such a knowledgeable and their real-time experience, for sharing us with us their real-time experience. And thank you very much. Thank you very much, all the mentors, on behalf of me. Thank you very much. That's all.
Thank you, Pallavi. Thank you. Whenever I hear, the next generation, you guys, the way you explain things, I feel very happy and very inspired. How you guys go in detail. I mean, I don't think I'm in that shape. I feel I need to learn. So I feel very happy and inspired to see that how you guys go in detail and explain different aspects. And we would like you guys to utilize this learning. When you go for interview, explain these things in this term, and then I'm sure if you effectively put these words, put this learning in your interview, you'll crack the interview.
Yes, sir.
Now let's go to Prashant Kumar. He's again a mechanical engineering student from Global Institute of Technology and Management. He will again talk about his feedback and learning from this course. Prashant, please go ahead and explain your experience throughout this course.
Hello. Good evening to all. Uh, First of all, I will like to introduce myself. My name is Prashant Kumar, and I'm from Mechanical Engineering from Global Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon. And so I would like to thanks to all the mentors on behalf of all interns for such a valuable, knowledgeable internship for us. And this internship is of 18 days. We started this on 10th of September and ended it today on 30th September. And so this entire journey was really awesome. It was really a great journey of 18 days with intern expert. And the session started with Dr. Bhavan Gavi sirs, and he took our sessions for 3 days, starting 3 days. And in that session, we learn about the overview of oil and gas sector. We get a brief knowledge of oil and gas sector and the various segments of oil and gas industry, like upstream, midstream, and downstream. We also learn about the crude oil refinery and the various processes that we use in refinery, and various byproducts of crude oil like LPG, naphtha, gasoline, diesel, jet fuel. Uh, uh, Earlier that we had really very less knowledge about these, but after this internship, we also get to know about more products of crude oil refinery, like as I have told, gasoline, diesel, jet fuel, bitumen also. And we have also studied about the properties of refined products and various properties like API gravity and viscosity. And after that final day of third, Mr. Bhagwan Gavi sir, we have understood about how to build refinery. So it was really a very nice topic, and we get a complete brief idea about how to build a refinery in just 5 steps. And that steps were pre-designing, designing, construction, startup, operation, and maintenance. And so after that, next 3 days were taken by Dr. Rameshwar sir, Paswan sir, and it was his topic was reservoir simulations. And so reservoir simulations is in that session we uh, learn the difference between simulation and stimulation. What is the basic difference between simulation and stimulations? And we also learn about the different types of wells like horizontal, vertical wells, inclined wells, and we also learn about the types of recovery like primary recovery, secondary recovery, tertiary recovery. If a well is in production and it loses its production, so there are various methods to recover the oil. And we also learn about StreamOpti software in reservoir simulations. And in that StreamOpti software, we learn how the data is collected as an input, and it is given to the software, and it later converts it into the output as a result in the form of graphs. That graphs also shows the various types of modification that we need to do that we can do in stimulations. And after that, the next 3 sessions were taken by the Mr. Rajesh Kumar sir, and his topic was oil and gas drilling operations and core analysis. And in that sessions, we learned many things like what are the fossil fuels and various types of fossil fuel. We learn about the concept between the offshore and onshore. What is the basic concept, the drilling operations difference in offshore and onshore. And we also learn about the different types of drilling rigs and what are the components of drilling rigs. And we have also learned about different types of drilling wells and drilling bits. We also learn about the project starting process. How can a project can be started in the upstream process? We also learn about various regions in India of oil and gas industry, like Rajasthan, Assam, and Karnataka. And he also gave an idea about Indian policies for new entrants in the oil and gas sector. And we also learn about the different types of rocks and the rock cycle that perform, and different types of rocks like sedimentary rocks. And basically the oil and gas are basically found in the sedimentary rocks, We also learn about different types of rocks like igneous rocks, sedimentary rock, and we also learn about the rock cycle, how that cycle uh, convert the process, and the various rocks can convert from different their positions. And basin categorization, category, there are four categories of basin categorization in India. And after that, next days were taken by Rahul Hingole sir, and his session was sorry sir, it was taken by Sudhir Patil sir. His topic was civil engineering and structural design. And in that session, we have learned about the overview of oil and gas sector, in brief, and how geologists find the oil and gas by seismological surveys in offshore as well as onshore, and different components of drilling rigs, and concept of project engineering, types of offshore platforms, installation analysis, artificial methods of lifting of hydrocarbons, and various categories of drill rigs, and the various type of material selection process, and how corrosion happens to the steel structures, and how can we avoid them by using selection of materials. And we also learn about the coating and types of coating that we install in the material selection process. And after that, we the session was taken by Dr. Rahul Hingole sir. His topic was mechanical design, CAM and CAD. In that, we get a brief idea of design and the various types of design software that we use in industry, like ANSYS, SolidWorks, CATIA, and the design and its types, like the design process. We get a brief idea of design process, and we also learn about the shafts and its types, and design of a key elements, and the various process of designing machine elements. We get a brief idea of CAM, that is computer aided manufacturing, and CAE process, and after that CSG process, constructive solid geometry, and that after that finite element analysis, and after that metal forming process, in which we studied about the die and punch, that the various methodologies used in the metal forming process. And after that, the session was taken by again by Rajesh Kumar sir on the topic core analysis. And on that topic, we learn about the various lithological studies and how the core observation format is presented. And we also learn about different types of rock like shale rock and sandstone, siltstone, coal, and yesterday's session was taken by Mr. Bhagwan Gavi sir, and his topic was supply planning, operations, distribution, trading, and banking. And here we learn about the letter of credit, which is a very main thing. And after that, we learn about the whole business process, how the business process can start and how it can end, and various types of trading operations, and the role of chartering manager, how the role of chartering manager, how can it give information to the manager that his cargo or materials are going to arrive at that destination. And we learn about the different types of pricing units, uh, and we get a difference between the opaque and the plats, how opaque monitor the crude oil prices, and how plats give the publications. And we also get a concept of hedging. Hedging is like an insurance body. And after that, we also studied about the vendor registration process. So this was the last topic, and in today's session we get the idea of how to build resume, and how it can play a vital role to present someone, and it really sells you, because it is the first impression, because a company needs a person who is fulfilling his requirement. That's why CV is very important. And we also get some uh, knowledge about the job opportunities in various fields. And uh, sir, at last, I want to say that whatever we have learned in these 18 days, it is a course which can easily take 6 to 7 months. but we covered it in 18 days. It's such a dynamic course, sir. And the way I like the methodologies using by the expert, like interactive videos and interactions of asking question and answers. It was really very impressive. And thank you, sir. I want to conclude now.
Thank you, Prashant. Thank you, guys. Now, again, I'll come back to Chimitra from Dhanalakshmi Srinivasan Institute of Research and Technology. She will explain about her learning and experience from this course. Chimitra, please go ahead and explain your feedback and learning from the course.
Thank you, sir. Good evening to all. Introduce myself as Chimitra, BTech Petroleum Engineering final year. Now I'm going to share with you all what I learned from the internship. I learned a lot from this internship. By Mr. Bhagwan Gawai sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful sessions. He gave the knowledge about the refinery industry and basics of the crude. I learned from this session was about the crude oil and units which are used in the refinery industry to get the petroleum products. The units which used in the refinery like ADU, atmospheric distillation unit, VDU, vacuum distillation unit, fluid catalytic cracking using hydro treaters, etc. After that, I learned about the how to build the refinery industry. Means it involves 5 stages. We know that pre-design, design, construction, startup, operation, maintenance. The 5 stages will give us detailed explanation for how to build the refinery. Finally, he explained very well. I have learned a lot from this refinery industry. Before that, I didn't know any information about the refinery industry, but I learned after that detailed explanation of the refinery. Thank you so much, sir. Next 3 days was given by the Rameshwar Paswan, sir. He gave knowledge about the reservoir simulation. This session was very useful to me. Using computer programming to predict the future performance of the reservoir. After that, I learned about how casing and cementing will perform during the production. What is the difference between the open hole and the vertical and the horizontal cone? I have learned a lot from this. Before that, I didn't know about the open hole and vertical and horizontal difference, but I learned in this sessions. He gives information about the vertical and the horizontal difference. Once the vertical well is injected, how we turn to the horizontal. He explained very well. Thank you so much, sir. After that, he explained about the scheme of the software for the reservoir simulation. This program was detailed explained by the Atipami sir. He explained very well. I learned from this software. It's too good. Thank you so much, sir. After the next 3 sessions was taken by Mr. Rajesh Kumar, sir. He gives detail about the drilling and the operation. I have some knowledge about the drilling and the operation, but I didn't have any detailed explanation. Hereafter, I know in this session, I will gather many information from this session. I learned from this session was about fossil fuels and how it is formed. Coal, oil, and natural gas, which are then it will formed, all discussed in this session. I learned what is oil and the drilling basis, that is offshore platforms. In offshore platforms, we use the different rigs like a jackup rig, a spare platform, submersible rigs, semi-submersible rigs, which are detailed explained by the Rajesh Kumar sir. Thank you so much, sir. After that, I learned about the rock and the rock types, and finally the rock cycles, how the sedimentary rock, igneous rock, and metamorphic rocks will works in the cycle, and the alternation will taken in the cycles are detailed explained by the Rajesh Kumar sir. Thank you so much for and wonderful session, sir. After the three sessions was given by the Dr. Sudhir Patel. Mm, he gives the role of civil engineering in oil and gas industry. He explained very well about the upstream, midstream, and downstream. Upstream, midstream, and downstream are already explained by the Bhagwan Kawai sir, but uh, detailed explanation about upstream, midstream is given by the Sudeep sir. Very good explanation. Thank you so much, sir. I have learned about upstream, midstream, downstream. I really enjoyed your class. Thank you so much, sir. And methods which are used to locate oil and the gas. I learned very useful uh, knowledge from your class, sir. Thank you. He also explained very well about the onshore and offshore platforms and rig components, how it will works for the production. It's too good. Thank you so much, sir. The last three session was taken by the Dr. R.S. Hinkoli, sir. He explained about the design, and I learned from this session was about how to design using mechanical operation. In before that, I didn't know about the mechanical design, but I know about mechanical design. I learned from this session. I got some knowledge about the mechanical design. Before that, I didn't know any idea about the mechanical design. Thank you so much, sir. He gives knowledge about CAD, CAM, the difference between the software which are used in the CAD, CAM. Finally, he explained about the FEA, the tools which are used by the engineering professionals. FEA is a numerical method for the solving complex engineering problems and to solve real engineering problems. Nextly, there are all learned by me in the overall session of the internship. Thank you so much, sir. Before I will join the internship, there is no idea much about the petroleum engineering. Thank you so much, sir, because you give me the lot information from this session, overall session. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for all mentors.
Rameshwarji, please carry on.
Yes, thank you, Chimitra. It's really insight. You all are explaining about each mentor and what you learn. So these are really good feedbacks. I will encourage others to give some area where we can improve also. Before I forget and come to the next Melvin feedback, I'd like to explain that five or six students, they were left in the initial two sessions, Gavaisar session and my sessions. They will be taken care after this session, so no need to worry. Now let's come back to the feedback from Melvin Alex, petroleum engineering student from Presidency College, Presidency University in Bangalore. I do not know. I think he's the one. He approached us that he have got some placement information or some appointment, and then I connected him with some of the guys who did a physical internship with us. He will share his experience, and like him, any other student who have some interview appointment, anything, and they want to ask us that how they need to approach, they can approach us. So let's hear from Melvin about his experience and learning from the course. That will be the last feedback before we move to the next session. Melvin, go ahead and explain your experience from the session.
Thank you, sir. Good evening to all. My name is Melvin Alex, currently pursuing 7th SEM BTech in Petroleum Engineering. First of all, I like to thank the intern expert team, all mentors and non-teaching teaching staff for providing the internship with very informative way. Our internship started from 10th September by Dr. Bhagavan Gavaisa with introductory video of summary of the modern history of oil. In this, we have seen the petroleum or crude oil of oil is formed from the fossil fuels and how the war affect the petroleum industry. Later, we learned about the three streams of petroleum, that is upstream, midstream, downstream. In upstream, basics are exploration, drilling, production. In midstream, transportation and storage. In downstream, refinery. From refinery, we can produce thousands of products other than the fuels. Then we learned about the refinery. That is, in distillation column, we get separation of crude oil into various fractions based on the boiling point. So then we have seen the converting the lower value product into high value demand product. Later, we have seen the storage and blending mixing combination. Then later we studied about the refinery structure, like five main steps: pre-designing, designing, construction, startup, and operation and maintenance. Later, Dr. Pawan taken the lecture on reservoir stimulation. In reservoirs, what are the difference between reservoir stimulation and reservoir stimulation? Then we learned about how to use the SteamOpti software. What is the importance of this SteamOpti software? Then for stimulation job, the candidate selection is necessary because the reason behind that is if you want to stimulate job, try to put some input to stimulation software so that it will show that is there any necessary to do the stimulation or job. Then later we studied about the acidizing process. Then we studied about how to create the project in stimulation by inputting the data of reservoir data, well data, completion data, pump data. After running the stimulation button, the result will be coming in graph and table format. By looking that data, we can select the optimized simulation job. Later, Rajesh Kumar sir has taken the lecture on drilling. Sir taught about the history of oil, what the fossil fuel, how fossil fuels are formed, three major types of fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas. And what are the combination of coal, oil, and natural gas? Later, he taught about what are different type of drilling rigs. That is on offshore, fixed platform, jack-up rig, rig ship, and semi-submersible. Then in onshore land rig. Then he explained about the main rig components like hosting system, rotary system, drilling string handling equipments, mud circulatory system, and power system, and blowout preventing system. In circulatory system, we will be going for we will be pumping the drilling fluid from the mud tanks by using the triplex and duplex pumps. Then it will be gone through a discharge line through standpipes, rotaries, fuel, Kelly, drill pipe, and it will be reaching the annulus. Then from the annulus, it will be the drilling fluid will be carrying the drill cuttings to the surface, and it returns to the shale shaker. This shale shaker will be separating the drill cuttings, and it will give to the further purification process and recycle the drilling fluid. Later, we see what are the different drill bits we use, like tricone, bicone, and PCD builds. Then core analysis, we have seen the core analysis. In that, we studied how the core is taken from the underground by using the core logging tool. It is used to in core analysis. It is used to get the real data of the reservoir. Which type of rock is present in underground to get the porosity and permeability of that rock. Then we studied the different types of rock sediments like sedimentary rock and shale rock, etc. Later, Dr. Sudhir Patel sir took the lecture on role of civil engineering. Sir has explained like earth layers like inner core, outer core, mantle, and crust. Then Sir has explained the three segments of petroleum industry like upstream, midstream, downstream. Then how the oil is formed, like oil is started from the source rock. After millions of years, by the process of diagenesis, catagenesis, and metagenesis, it will form and it will migrate to the reservoir rock, and it will be trapped inside the impermeable rock, like cap rock. Uh, and according to the fuel density, the first crop will be gas, then oil, then water will be forming. It is very informative. Then by how we can identify whether the new oil is present in beneath the earth or not, by using in onshore we will be using vibrasis track, by generating the vibrate on the surface, and we will be receiving the data by using geophones. Then in offshore we will be going for air gun while producing the bubbles to get the primary and secondary wave effect, and the reflected signals are received by the hydrophones. Then Sa has explained what are the different types of drilling rigs, like onshore and offshore. Then later, Sa has explained how to assemble the rig. Then later, Dr. Rahul Hingori thought about how to design a rig in mechanical engineering level. Sa has given a wonderful definition of design, and Sa explained each topic with simple examples for easier understanding. Then Sa has explained classification of machine design, like rational design, empirical design, industrial design. Then what are the what is shaft, and what are the different type of shafts, like machine shaft, transformation shaft, and all. When there is then we studied about failure criteria. That is, when there is a lot of load or force is on a particular type of shaft, then it will break. To avoid that, we have to use the failure criteria. Then we done a numerical on design of key, and how CAD computing aid is designed. Then CAM process is done. Then we studied about what are the advantages and disadvantages of SCG. Then we see how to use the software to plan the design by using AutoCAD. And then, thank you, sir. I am once again thanking to Indian expert team and all attendees who makes the internship great successful. Thank you.
Thank you, Malvin. I hope I'm not muted. Yes, thank you, Melvin. Again, thank you, guys. Anybody else who would like to give their views before we proceed to the next section?
Sir, this is Rishi Balan here. Can I?
Hello, Rashid. Yes, please go ahead.
Thanks to all the mentors and the organizing members. So previously, few of them told all the technical data that were being delivered from all the mentors. Now I just want to give feedback of some non-technical things which I have observed from this session. So basically, in whatever field we are in, we need to get to know about the other streams in the same field also. That makes us the master of all fields in that industry to get into the higher positions. That one, it was interesting because we had basically I'm a petrochemical engineer, and I came to know about mechanical field and civil engineering fields also. And then as the mentors said, networking and getting close to the pioneers in the oil and gas sectors. So it is not easy to get into this position of getting contacts to the pioneers in the oil and gas, like you people. That was impressive thing in this internship program. And then after completing the degree, what have I done to get into the field? So this internship program seems to be the stepping stone in my career. So I see this internship program like that. So, and after all the technical data, so all the sessions were like an open book, and they shared every details of their practical experiences, and then important data, and even some confidential policies like that. And then everyone were kind to all the participants of this internship program. So that was a really good thing that made everyone to interact with the mentors, and then recalling of the basics of all the things in the academic side. And I would like to pinpoint some of the points of each one session. And in the reservoir simulation, and Mr. Adib sir, so when he was taking the session, he pinpointed every student, and he was questioning and asking what was being taught, and made everyone to involve in the session. That thing was liked by me very much. And then in Rajesh sir's session today on CRISP, just on the resume preparation or the CV preparation and do's and don'ts, and that it was also impressive. And then supply chain management by Mr. Satish Mapara sir ji. So this was also a very informative thing. After all, we have completed just specialization in any one degree. We could not get into the data of supply chain management without doing any specialization degree. So it was really a wonderful thing. And then entrepreneurship guidance by Mr. Bhagwan Gawai sir. So yesterday, so he told that when you want to start a business, start with a small scale and do something related to that business, and then get into the large scale by knowing each and every points in that market, and the business strategies explained by everyone in this session, and the detailings given by Mr. Hingole sir and Paswan sir. So the accent and the impression on the words of those mentors, that went deep inside us all, and that was liked by me. And then finally, the root cause for all this program, and our interactions between the mentors, and who acted as a bridge between you people and us, the organizers of this session, Mr. Anthony, and then Mr. Samir, and maybe some other there. I have missed their names. So thank you, all of you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. These are very, very important information, and we'll be definitely, very happy and to hear these words, because that's the ultimate goal for us. You're not working in this organization for any sort of financial gain, but how we can share the knowledge, how we can pass the learning what we have to you guys. And it's very impressive to see that your view, independent view on how we think and what you learn. So thank you very much to all of you guys. Now let's go to the next section. As you know, after this completing this session, the first aspect was to help you nurture your skills, to get you knowledge about oil industry. But the second important aspect is certification and future engagement in case if you want to, because we, as you know, that we are not like marketing companies. So our more so-called marketing will happen by word of mouth. So if you guys know, then you can pass some information to others who can get the benefit. If you see the value, then you can pass it to somebody else. So we'll talk about that. I will ask Mr. Rajesh to talk about the certificate and how you can engage future, if you want to, with us to engage in our project or any other associated project. Mr. Rajesh, can you go ahead and explain the certificate part, that how they will get the certificate and which company they will issue the certificate?
Yes. Yeah. So like during the sessions, during the training of the internship, we have informed you all, like everybody has to submit the daily assignments, which already we have given the formatted assignment sheet. So in that you have to submit and upload in your individual Google Drive. And in addition, we have shared you the project formats. So accordingly, you have to prepare 5 projects. It will be more beneficial for you for the lifelong journey, because there is no such courses in the market or any other thing, to provide the entire insight, the commercially and technically. So I request everyone to, submit your project report and the assignments. So within next 3 days, So once we receive your project reports and everything, we will release your certificates, internship certificate. So this will be issued by the UAE, United Arab Emirates company, like Dassault Petroleum Services LLC, which is engaged in the market since last 35 plus years in EPC business. And second, we'll be issuing one more certificate from Petroleum Soft Limited, which is located in United Kingdoms, which is serving for many major companies in upstream like Weatherford, BP, Shell, and all. So these two certificate, you'll be getting a major impact, while searching for the job and for the future journey. So I request to submit another 3 days. You can take a deadline like up to 3rd of October. So after 3rd of October, then on 4th we'll be releasing your certificate. And this is one. And second, we have a n number of projects and so many R&D programs. So you can stay connected with us, and you can volunteer with us. There are scope for the students also to join as a volunteer, and also for developing R&D like real-time projects, some case studies in ONGCs, in offshore and all. There are so many things are going on which requires a remedial solution. So we Indian expert, we have a R&D we'll be developing, so many concepts, and we'll be sharing with the case studies. And also, if anyone wants to commence any companies or wants to, do any startup, so definitely we'll be helping you how to start, where to start, and what are the license required, what are the funding required. So entire things will be guiding you. So this is after training, it is not nothing like you cannot contact us. So you are lifelong connected with us. At any time you can call or drop email. So you can email us at info@internexpert.in whenever you have any queries or any assistance required. And also you can contact our the numbers which are mentioned in the website. Yeah. So these are the things regarding the certificate and the future engagement. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, carry on, please.
Yeah. So these are the things. Now over to Rameshwar sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rajesh. Let's go to the next section. I know you guys have been waiting for quite some time, so I will just move to the next section. Again, this is a very important aspect, particularly who want to build a career in entrepreneurship. I will ask Bhagwan Gavisha. As you all know, as you have already introduced with him, that he have extensive knowledge in entrepreneurship domain. He built his own company from scratch. So he will share about our one of the program. It's a very important program where we talk about, where we nurture working professional restaurant about how to be and how to become an entrepreneur, what sort of skills you require, how you can get those skills, how you got those resources. So let's ask Bhagwan Gavisha to talk about this EDP program. Sir, please go ahead and explain about the EDP program.
Yeah, thank you, Rameshwar, and I really appreciate the total motivation and encouragement and the zeal in all these 5 students who had demonstrated their whatever they understood during these last 18 days on a different aspect of oil and gas sector. It's really great. I cannot imagine that they can absorb such excellent knowledge within 18 days, which we have taken almost 25, 30, 40 years. Okay. So even though it is a basic knowledge, what we have given, but I am 100% sure you are now confident that you know oil industry far better than 18 days back, right? You agree with me or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is really great. Okay. So use this particular knowledge for your future career, which will definitely assist you while you appear for your interview, or if you want to start your own business, because we have given you the maximum input, technical, commercial, all angles we have explained to you. You will not find such type of model anywhere in the world, which the experts like Rameshwar Rajesh, Dr. Sudhir, Dr. Rahul. So we have really made our efforts to prepare this model for the benefit of the youngsters. Okay, so last batch we had almost 91 students. This batch 76 students. Because 76 students, because there are exams were going on, admissions were going on. Otherwise, there are huge responses. So future batches also will be conducting. So please tell your colleagues, friends, students to join the next batches, because our objective is not to make money. You know, in 3,000 rupees, you can imagine nobody will give you such type of excellent insight of entire industry. Okay, so this is just we are helping the budding youngsters to gain maximum knowledge. Okay, now what we failed, apart from giving the insight on the educational and all this knowledge, what we failed during these 18 days, that most of the students from this group were quite interested in entering into business. So this is the last minute. Yesterday only we have decided to add this particular chapter of entrepreneurship. So I will give you the complete basic. What is entrepreneurship? How we should be? How we can start? And all these things. Just 10 minutes. I will play the this PowerPoint presentation. Listen carefully, and after this session, we will have the question answers. You are open to ask any questions from A to Z. So we are here to answer you. Okay, so I will just play my presentation. Okay, thank you. Just hold on for a few seconds. You can see this slide.
Yes, sir.
Sir, we can see that.
Entrepreneurship, what it is a journey. You know, once you start, there is no end to it. Okay, so you have to start somewhere. So and you will have to face the future. Okay, this is the slogan what we have developed for you. Okay. What are our objectives behind this entrepreneurship? We would like to promote a first generation businessman and industrialist. That is our object. This is why we have designed this special entrepreneurship program, which we are already conducting since the 15th of September to now, going on now, on different aspects. But I will just explain to you the basic what is business. Okay. So our objective is to promote first generation like you are youngsters. Okay, if you want to start your business, so we would like to promote you and guide you how to enter into business. Then create awareness, okay, about availability of the resources. So what are the resources available to enter into business? What are the business segments? What are the sectors? What are the different the areas available to enter into business? So we would like to create the awareness. Okay, then promote small to large industries. Like what are the business opportunities in SME, small industries, or cottage industry, or big industries? This is what we always would like to promote this and explain. Okay, to encourage self-employment means in future there are not many employment opportunities. A lot of jobs are lost. So what is the other alternative? You have already gained the knowledge, you are experience, you have already got the degree or postgraduate degree, but no jobs. So what is the other alternative? Enter into entrepreneurship. Use your knowledge, what you have learned since last 12 years or 18 years or 18 years from your first standard to PG or undergraduate level. Use that knowledge. That we will cultivate your knowledge how to use that particular domain what you have learned. Okay, so we would like to encourage you to become a self-employed person. Then provide knowledge on what are the government plans, schemes. Various schemes are available in government now. So I will explain to you later on. Okay. See, if you see how industry evolved and transforming at a puzzling place. See, for example, I will tell you, airline, it took 64 years to reach to 50 million users, airline. Whereas, if you see the Facebook, it took 4 years. Internet took 7 years. WeChat took only 1 day. And Pokemon only 19 days. So this is the speed of the digital. So we have to transform our businesses to enter in such a way that in today's condition, like internet is there, then digital India, where everybody is saying. So there are many opportunities in those businesses. Okay, so if you see, it took 64 years for airline industry, automobile industry 62 years to reach. Today's digital world is quite fast. You can reach to the maximum. So by using this digitalization, you can select some businesses where you can reach to the maximum and earn and start your business and earn and extensive money and profit. Okay. See, what is entrepreneurship project? What is the process to become an entrepreneur? It is a process of pursuing a new venture by evaluating and developing an opportunity, by overcoming the forces that resist the creation of something new. What is entrepreneurship? You create something new, pursue something new venture. Okay, evaluate and develop opportunity. Whatever opportunities are made available to you, you evaluate and develop and convert that into entrepreneurship. That is the entrepreneurship. It is more than just a problem solving in a typical management position. Okay, it is more than just a problem solving typical positions. Okay, so the process has 4 phases. What are the 4 phases? Identification, evaluation of the opportunity, then development of business plan, determination of required resources, and management of the resulting enterprise. These are the 4 phases you have to go through. First evaluate, then develop, then determine, and then manage. These are the 4 phases of business process. What is the anatomy of entrepreneur? Anatomy of an entrepreneur is, if you see here, you have the brain, right? Then a pool of ideas. You have in brain, you have pool of ideas. So use your brain to how you can enter into entrepreneurship. Use different ideas. So we have the brain, right? So make use of it. Just don't waste time on something, playing on the video or playing on something which is not fruitful. Okay, so use your brain to convert into ideas and in entrepreneurship. There are many ideas, like Google fellow or Microsoft fellow, how they got success because of brain. They have used their ideas. Then you have the eyes. Eyes is for looking for investors and opportunities. So you have to look for opportunities, and look for the investors to work with you. Then mouth. Mouth is communicating the vision. You have some vision, but you have to communicate with others. Then only you will fulfill that dream. Then ears. You have the ears, listening to customers' feedback. If you are in a business, you have to listen to customer. Then only you will be in a position to succeed. Then you have the heart, full of passion. You should have as an entrepreneur, you should have the full of passion to work. You have to work 24/7. Okay. If you have the passion, you will work like that. You will not get never tired because you will get the energy. So that is the passion. Passion is required. The stomach. Stomach is trust your guts. A lot of people are saying you should have gut feeling. You should have guts to do this. So trust your gut. Then feet. Dream high but stick to the ground. What do you mean by this? You have to always think high, but always you have to stand on the ground. Don't fly. Means if you get some money overnight, millions of dollars, don't try to spend that. So use that money in a proper way, okay, or anything other thing. Then legs, keep them going in a tough time. See, always business is there, but always there is a up and down. So you have to be always going and keep your you have to be very calm and quiet, and during the hard time you have to be very clear and keep them going even during the tough times. These are the anatomy of as an entrepreneur you have to follow. Is entrepreneur is a good career? Yes, it's a good career. That's why there are a lot of people like Tata, Ambani, Birla, and Bill Gates, then Steve Jobs. So all the people are succeeded. So that's why the career is good. That's why they become businessmen and high top businessmen, and they earn a lot. Okay, so some new ventures generate enormous wealth for the entrepreneurs. Okay, then however the job of entrepreneur is not for everyone. Okay, then you need to be hardworking, creative, smart, willing to take risk, and good with the people. This is the very important aspect. If you want to become a businessman, you have to be hardworking. You have to be creative in your thinking. Different ideas you have to create to expand your businesses. You have to be very smart, willing to take risk, and good with the people. Always you have to have the good relation with your client, supplier. Then only you will get succeed. Okay, you have to be willing to take risk also. This all the time is not easy going. So sometimes you have to take a calculative risk. Okay, then one of the best thing about pursuing a career as an entrepreneur is the wide open opportunity. Whatever opportunity you get, try to grab it. Okay, but work properly to grab that. You make sure whatever opportunity is there, it is in a it is realistic. To work on it. So career, so it is an entrepreneur is a good career. I'll explain to you 5 steps to take become an entrepreneur. What are the 5 steps? Find your identity or niche. If you want to start any business, you have to first find what you want to do. What is the niche? What you are targeting? Then research the marketing. Whatever you have decided. For example, you have decided to manufacture mobile. Then you do the research on the market, whether when I start manufacturing this particular model of mobile, whether I'll be in a position to sustain. Research the market. Who are your competitors and all? You have to do the proper research of the market. Okay, whether then only you go to the next. Then educate yourself consistently. You have to be always educate yourself, learn all the time. Then only you'll be you'll catch the space of the speed. To educate yourself, build your business steadily. As I told you yesterday, overnight, if somebody makes billions and millions, that means it is a gambling. But the people who start from small to big, medium to large, then they become successful, because a business is done on the foundation, strong foundation. So build your business steadily. Reinvent your strategies. Whatever strategies you are initially taking, you have to keep changing those strategies depend on the market condition, situation. Okay, so these are the basic 5 steps are very important. So find your identity, research the market, educate yourself, build your business steadily, and reinvent your strategy. The important qualities of entrepreneur. What are the important qualities of entrepreneur? Are initiative. You must take initiative for doing business. Unless you don't take the initiative, your staff or your back office people or sales manager or marketing manager, operations, they will not. They will also become lazy. So it is you. You are a leader. You have to take the initiative always. Wide knowledge. You should have the knowledge of the business what you are planning. Willingness to assume risk. As I explained to you, you have to take the risk also. Open mind and optimistic outlook. You have to be always open minded, listen to others' ideas, okay, and try to explore something different, okay. Then adaptability. You have to adapt with the situation, time, with the pace, okay. Self confidence. You should be confident enough to do the business. Leadership qualities. You should have the leadership qualities, because as an entrepreneur, if you don't take the lead, your other people will not follow you. So you have to have leadership qualities. Then orientation towards hard work. Always the entrepreneur is a hardworking man. 24/7 his mind is working. So you have to be hardworking. So these are the important qualities of entrepreneur. See, once you become entrepreneur, so what economic development, how you are helping to the country, wealth creation and sharing, whatever, so you are making the profit, you are contributing to the economic growth of the country, you are creating the jobs, okay, you are creating the employment, that is the pride you are taking, okay, then balance regional development, okay, you are also contributing to the local, wherever you are starting the business, then you are also contributing to the GDP and per capita income of the country, okay, standard of living, you are as well as along with you, the people who will be working with you, their standard of living goes up. Export. So if you are an entrepreneur, you start exporting your goods and services. Community development, like a CSR activities. Once you have the money, once you have the profit, enough money, you will also help to the people for the education and for so many other CSR activities for the poor you can do. So this is the pride of entrepreneurship he can take to develop the country as well as develop the people, assist the people to go along with you and create their standard of living in a better way. Then different types of entrepreneurs. What type of, there are various types. There are trading companies are there, manufacturers, agricultural enterprise. These are the different types of entrepreneurs. Then based on the technology, what type? Technical enterprise, non-technical enterprise. Then based on the ownership, there are different type of companies like private enterprise, individual, proprietary, partner, directorship. Then a state enterprise like government. Then a state or government enterprises are there. Joint entrepreneurs, when private entrepreneurs and that is called PPP. This private entrepreneur and government, they do the joint venture. Business enterprise, it is called joint entrepreneurs. So these are the different type of entrepreneurs. I'm going fast because we don't have enough time, but I will share this PPT to you. So what type of, based on the gender, men entrepreneur and women entrepreneur. Okay. So, and based on the investment come turnover, I will explain to you what is micro enterprise. Investment up to 1 crore and turnover up to 5 crore. That is called micro enterprise. Small enterprise, investment up to 10 crore and turnover up to 50 crore. Medium scale enterprise, investment up to 50 crore and turnover up to 250 crore. Large scale enterprise, turnover more than 250 crore. Then both manufacturing and service sector definition is the same, excluding export turnover. Okay. Then basic laws of India, every entrepreneur need to know. See, if you want to do the business, you have to be very important that you follow the corporate law of that country. Like accounting, you have to do the regularly. You have to prepare your balance sheet and financial accounts and get it audited. Okay, choosing the type of ventures, labor laws, you have to follow the labor laws. Securities Exchange Board of India, like SEBI, if you are a public limited company, you have to follow the norms, corporate governance, IT, income tax laws, contract laws and dispute resolution, intellectual property laws, knowledge related to government contracts. So you should know all these things. Okay. If you are doing the business, first it is very important you have to set the goals while for anything, for the business of marketing or manufacturing or manpower, for everything you have to set the goals. Okay, so enlighten and encourage and enable, these are the three different dimensions. What is enlighten? Insight into our strengths and weaknesses. When you are starting the business, is very important. You should know your strength and weaknesses. You have to analyze them. Okay, enlighten yourself by knowing what is my strength, what is my weakness. Then you decide. Okay, knowledge of what we want to achieve. Okay, what we want to do. That is very important. Then prioritizing our goal. You have to prioritize it. Okay, then encourage. Then provide motivation. Okay, boost confidence, gives the courage to execute plans. Then what is enable? Builds our skills, enhance perception and efficiency, helps in implementing plan. So these are the basic principles of goal setting. Okay, enlighten, encourage, and enable. How do you set goals? Determine your life goals, then break the big picture down into the smaller goals, then write goals for the short term, make your goals smaller steps that moves up towards the larger goals, adjust your goals periodically. So it's not fixed. Initially you have to set the goal, short term goal, then long term goal, and then but however you have to adjust them depend on the situation. So the goal setting is very important. The 5 phases of project management include, if you do any project, these are the very important aspect. First, project you concept and initiate. Okay, you have to first you have to prepare the concept, project concept, and then start initiating. Then project defining and planning. Once you finalize your concept and initiate, then you have to define and plan it. Then launch it. Then perform, means execute it. And then once for example, you have taken the project for pipeline construction. Okay, so what you first is the conception, then definition and planning, then launching and performance, and then a project. Once the project is completed, you have to close the project. This is how the project management steps are there. Stages of project and product identification. What is this? Knowledge about the project or product and experience, if any. So these are the stages of project. Okay, you should have the knowledge of what project you are doing and what is the product, demand for the product, existing supply position, ability of ready market, availability of other resources such as labor, manpower, and etc. Cost of development of the project, technology, marketability. So these are the very important aspects when you decide for any project. Startup India and empowering startup for growth. There are various government schemes are there if you want to start the businesses. Like under Startup India, many government schemes are there, which I will share with you. The separate document, the policy document, I will post in our folder. What are the business opportunities? What are the government loans are there? What are the subsidies? How much loan we can get? What are the steps? Everything we will. I will post in the your folders. Okay. Okay. Lastly, I will explain to you 10 steps to starting a business. What we have to do? 10 steps. First is write a business plan. Whatever business you want to do, first prepare your business plan. Okay. Without this, you cannot start it. Okay. So very important. You write your business plan on the paper. Then get business assistance and training. Okay, you have decided the plan. Okay, then you have to get the training for that particular business. If you don't know about that business, you have to get trained. Okay, without training, you should not start any particular business. You should know. Choose a business location. This is very important. If you want to start any business, for example, if you want to start any restaurant, okay, it has to be in a crowded area. If you start in some deserted area, it will not work. So location is very important. Finance your business. You have to make sure how you will generate the finance. Your own money or banker's money or venture capitalist money or loan. Okay. So you have to decide finance. Then determine the legal structure of the business. Means what type of company you want. Whether it is a private limited company, sole proprietorship, partnership, or LLC or corporation. So you have to decide what type of company. Depends on your product or services, you can decide. Then sixth step is register a business name. When you want to start any business, you have to register the name of the company. Then get all the taxation numbers and all, like PAN card, GST and all. Register for state. You have to have the taxation, like a sale tax or a GST and income tax. There are so many numbers, PAN card, and so many things you have to take now. Aadhaar card. Then obtain business licenses and permit. Once this thing is done, you have to go for licenses. Okay. For example, if you want to start any chemical manufacturing, then you have to take the licenses from that particular department. Okay, industry department. Then understand employer responsibilities. Okay, you become a businessman now, but whatever your employees are there, you have to understand what is your responsibility towards the employees, staff, or to the customers. This is very important. You must understand it. So these are the 10 basic steps for to follow by any business people. So these are the I have given a very fast rundown of the enterprise. I will share with you. You can ask anytime any questions, and we are there to answer you. Okay. Thank you very much. Over to Rameshwar.
Thank you very much, sir. Again, it's very informative. Again, this is not for everyone, but anyone in the group who want to start his own startup, who want to explore the area of entrepreneurship. Very crucial information. And this you can utilize further if you need more information. Contact. What I will do now next to the Q&A section, where we can we would like to hear what is your question. Then we'll respond to you based on your questions, suggestion. So please go ahead and either write or tell us. We'll love to hear your comments and suggestion or question. Please go ahead and ask your questions, please.
It is open forum to everyone, please.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes, hello.
Sir,
Yes.
I want to ask Bhagwan Gavi sir a question. He told us now a state entrepreneurship. What comes under state entrepreneurship exactly?
State entrepreneurship is like a state government and all. State government, central government, the government organizations.
No, I got it, sir. This I want to ask. Can you give me an example that okay, this is comes under state likewise?
No. I have just explained what type of businesses are there. The state enterprise means like Maharashtra government. Okay, they have different departments like PWD or municipal corporation. Like
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Anyone else have some question? Please go ahead. Question. Otherwise, we'll move with the next section because I understand it's quite time-consuming.
there is one question from Alagan. Alagan, are you there? Samida, what is his name? Matti Alagan. There is one question here. I have completed my undergraduate in petrochemical technology. Which course gives more advantages to getting a job? PG in chemical engineering or UG relevant degree? Are you there? Okay, he left. Is there any possible for fresher to go into upstream area directly? Yes, there is a possibility. You have to enter as a trainee, management trainee, and start. Possible. They appoint freshers also. But you will be posted directly on the job, but you will be under training. Some of our professor says doing PG in chemical engineering gives more opportunity. Is it? Yes. If you are a PG in chemical engineering, there is a lot of scope because you do in PG you do specialization. So there are a lot of scope. Any other questions?
Sir, I want to ask something to Paswan, sir.
Yeah.
May I?
Yeah.
Please.
So, I want to ask if someone has to go for the team of the software. So, where he will learn the software and how will he will enter into this analysis work using this software in oil and gas?
We can help you with that based on how you want to get the training, we can certainly help you with that. We are, just to wanted to tell you that every day we are doing meetings with different companies. Today in the morning, 8:30, we are meeting with a company in China. So this company, the value of this software, and we'll be happy to share, how you can learn, because once you learn, if you go to industry, it's useful for us as well as it's useful for you, so that you will learn some new software, how it works, how it bring value, and then you can demonstrate this knowledge. So just for the session, you communicate with us, send me a message, and I will coordinate a
Okay.
way where you can learn about the software. Okay.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So there is a question is there, sir. Can you organize ANSYS or MATLAB's software training? So it depends on the how many number of students will join. We are definitely will organize the training on the ANSYS software, MATLAB software. The experts are available. Again, the AutoCAD, SolidWorks. Okay. So Intern Expert provides a platform for all the softwares also. Yes, definitely we'll organize the training on the software also. Yes.
Sir, is it okay if we move to the next section? Because now,
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So now it's the final conclusion section where we ask Dr. Sudhir to talk about the word of thanks and the next special thanks to the admin. Dr. Sudhir, please go ahead and give word of thanks and special thanks to the team who worked at the organization.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Ramesh. It is the last moment of the session. We are coming to the end of the session now. Now, we are very grateful to all the mentors. We have given very valuable inputs to the upcoming entrepreneurs and the job seekers, and who are ready to go in the industry as an employee. We are very grateful to all the participants who connected us, who join us this platform, and I hope that they will use this information in their life to become a job entrepreneur as well as an employee in the oil and gas sector, as well as other sectors of their specializations as per their area of interest. So I thankful to Dr. Bhagwan Gavi sir. He spared his valuable time. He motivated us for taking the sessions and day-to-day updations in the sessions and everywhere. He pushed us on every platform to conduct the lectures and how to arrange the lectures as well. Also, we are very grateful to Ramilas Paswanji, who very well manage the sessions. Also, he is having very good expertise in the website development and arrangement of the material on the website systematically. He is guiding us in all respect to this website development and computer operations. Also, we are grateful to Rajesh Kumar ji. Rajesh Kumar ji is our young entrepreneur. He is a team leader of our group. Basically, he is covering all the sectors in backend. He is working on the session arrangement as well as preparing the PPTs, and the team along with him. He is managing to everyone and giving very humble answers of all the queries which are asked by the mentors as well as the students and the participants. Thank you, Rajesh Kumar ji. Thank you, Rahul ji. Rahul Hingole ji is very keen interest informations about the mechanical designs, and he is having various patents and very good academic record he is having, and he is very active in the mechanical designs and the design of various mechanical instruments as well. So thank you, Rahul ji, for your very good input to the session students. Not the least, we are grateful to all the backend team members who are Mr. Arvind, Anthony, and new joined team, along with Mr. Pankaj Jadhav ji, who is managing the systematically every sessions and give the PPTs in time, as well as incorporate every student record on the website and the Google platform. Thank you, backend team. Not the least, I thankful to all the participants who have given very good cooperations to us and involved wholeheartedly in each and every sessions. They are asking very each and every queries to us very frequently and without any hesitations. I hope that they had taken the treasure of knowledge from these sessions and built up their personality, as well as built their goals in those 18 days. So I think this is from my side. I hope that it will be cover everything. I declare that this is the end of the our curriculum of this team, okay, of this platform. So thank you everyone. I declare that the session is over today. Bye. Good night.
Good night to all.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
All the students. Good night.
Good night, sir.
Thank you all of you expert and the students. Yes, thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Sir,
Yeah, please.
sir, I had one request, sir.
Yes, please. Carry on.
Sir, can you able to pause the video with the download option? Because these videos are very useful for us in the future also. So we can download.
Yeah, you can download it. You can download it.
But there is no download option now.
No, whichever you are using those PPTs, my PPTs, you can go in the YouTube, you can download it, or you can access it anytime.
Sir, that video recordings I was asking, sir.
Okay, recording. Yes, Rajesh Kumar ji, are you there?
Yeah, we'll give the access for download also. I think earlier it was for view access only. And apart from that, we are uploading the lecture videos in YouTube. So you can subscribe our YouTube channel page also. Internet, you can search in the YouTube. So like both the things we'll sort it out and we'll provide access.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Are you there?
Yes, doctor.
Please.
Yes. Thank you, doctor.
I think everything has gone out pretty well. It has gone out very well, and research and very interesting. The entire session, the entire activity has come out very well, and it is a super motivation for everyone. And somebody
Sir, unmute yourself.
Your voice is
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your inputs and presence today. It has really given us energy and motivation to us as well as to all the students. Thank you for your participation, and we need your continuous support. Thank you, sir.
No, sure, I'm there, and we will see to it that the next one, before we announce it, we have at least 3 days available, so that we can really refine it a little better and see that how we can improve the current one. so that it goes along with the current mood of the people and how the situation of the economy also is doing. We will go along with that.
Right.
So all the best.
Thank
All the
you.
best to all of us. And good night. Good night to all of you. Okay.
Good night. Thank you very much.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Thank you and good night, sir.